Hey y'all, Data Guy here, and today I kind of have a continuation of my previous video where I talked about different analytics tools I enjoyed, different ones I might not have enjoyed so much. And one of the comments I had was people wanted to actually see going into these tools how to use them for data visualizations. So thought I would start it out with Looker Studio since this is a totally free tool. Now, well, not totally free, but it's free to start out with tool. It has a lot of easy to use data connections, and figure it would be the lowest kind of barrier to entry for anyone that wants to follow along, try it out, that's maybe looking for an analytics tool and doesn't have one yet. And if you like this video, I'm going to probably start going through some other analytics tools as well. But if you hate these type of videos, you think it's really not on brand for the channel, let me know and I'll stop making them because I'm all about helping you out. And if I am helping you out, please like and subscribe because that would help me out an absolute ton. And without further ado, let's get into it. And so to sign up for Looker Studio, you see I'm already logged in because all you need to do is just have a Google account, which I imagine most of you out there will have. And if you don't, again, totally free to sign up. And then once you're logged in to this lookerstudio.google.com, you see it up in the menu bar there, you'll be presented with this handy dandy screen. And so here, Looker provides you, a few different templates for how you might want to create a report. But before you actually go into, creating and designing a report, you're going to need some data. You're going to need to collect to some data sources. So first, I'm just going to show you how to just quickly upload a data set. Let's say that you just want to visualize. So here, let us look into, let's see, upload file upload here. And then what you'll do is we'll authorize this for use our Google Cloud Storage. So here, you can just drag and drop any files from your local machine. And here, what I've actually done is just use a Kaggle dataset called jobs and data. And all this data set is just a set of data that encompasses people's job titles, their salary, their location, their company, everything there. And what we're going to do is actually get into the data and show you. So here, if I add it, add data to this report, add to this custom report, and now here we have our report editor. And so you can see it kind of will just start out with a blank page where you're just going to see different data points. So you can see your job title for this data set and the amount of different data engineers here. But let's actually make it interesting. So what I kind of like about Looker is that it makes it easy to just kind of do a drag and drop report of whatever format you need for your bosses. So if I go, let's say, to a geo chart, it's here, click, drag and draw. You can see here we have our geo dimension on the right here, which is employee residence, and our metric is record count. So it's telling us the amount of people for each of these countries. And what you might notice here is I actually haven't selected any of this. What again, Looker really kind of focuses on making it easy for people that might not have a lot of analytics experience to just immediately get insights from their data, while still giving you kind of the flexibility to really customize, change the reports around, and create whatever reports you want to out of it. But like I said before, lowering that barrier to entry so that you can really just kind of hop in here, dump some data, create some visualizations, and you're off the races. So let's say for whatever reason, I actually don't want to track employee residence. I want to track company location. So here, all I do is just click on the geo dimension here. And instead of it being the employee residence, it's going to be the company location. And an interesting piece in this data is that there is somehow more companies than employees in Russia. So you have at least one employee that is running two companies on their own in Russia. And then if I want to drill down further and add an additional dimension, I actually can add company location. And what this will do is then if I drill down, I can just quickly swap in between these two locations. Now, down here under metrics, kind of my y-axis, I also can see, company size, which wouldn't really make a lot of sense here, but just, showing you that you can customize all of these for whatever you want to do. Additionally, over here on the right, so you'll notice, when I click on company location, it'll only show me kind of the two fields that it feels are relevant for geolocation data. but you can still look at all of your different fields over here, your company location, company size, employee residence, to see, hey, these are the fields I actually want to look at. Then, if I want to add a filter, let's say on here, what I can do is say, hey, I want to exclude any company size that is any company location that contains Russia. Because let's say I'm an OFAC compliant company, I can't do business with Russian companies, so I'm going to exclude any that contain Russia because I don't want them in my report. So here, and I'm also Russian, so nothing against the Russians, just purely using this as an example. So here, if I save this, then I can filter out. You'll notice here that now I no longer will see my Russian companies within my little geograph I've got up here. So there's no, you can obviously customize this for whatever kind of filters you want. You can have multiple filters on here as well, and create many filters that you turn on and off, as you want to filter for different metrics throughout here. Now, we have this kind of basic graph, but what if you want to customize it? What if you have some executives that are really, really into having a really beautiful report? Well, what we're going to be doing is, so here under style, I can choose my colors, my whatever values I want here, choose my fonts, I can choose my backgrounds, borders, you can add different headers to your graph as well. So now you kind of get an idea of how basic report works within Looker. There's also obviously I could look at different bar charts. I could have a bar chart here that shows me how many data engineers there are per each country, research engineers. I could have, let's add additional page up here. So if I want to have an additional page, multi-page report, then I want to have a pie graph. You have pretty much every standard graphing type, and it makes really, again, just easy to build out a report almost like you're just in Google Docs, but for analytics. And then if I go back out into Looker, so it's kind of the basics, but I also want to show you some, more advanced reports, so you some examples of, what you can do when we really customized it. And so if you don't want to bother kind of dealing with it all yourself, you could do something like, Acme Marketing here, where you can actually steal not only, so here if let's use some data. So paid transactions, let's see, what is the default here? These are just, and I don't actually have a Google ad site, but these templates are really good if you have an existing set of data. Let's say you're using something like Google Analytics. It's a really good, easy way to pipe it into Looker, because what you can do is just come in here, use one of their default templates that will give you an insight into, hey, what is your actual website analytics? You can see here, this will look at all my impressions over the past 30 days, different queries, what people have searched, and this plugs into all the existing Google systems. So, this is for if you want to look at your Google search reports, but you can also look at your Google Ads overview. And here, all you have to do is just click to select your own data, authorize. And again, this will just kind of all log in through Google. And you can choose, obviously I'm just using example data here, but you can just immediately plug in your Google Analytics account and have all these dashboards ready to use versus, other tools you would have to, actually build a dashboard yourself or kind of align the Googleverse with Looker or with that tool. So that is really, if you're using a lot of Google tools, Looker is just a really easy way to layer on top of that, where you can just say, hey, I don't even need to worry about connecting. I'm just going to use a Google account to actually sign in. And so here, what I thought would be cool to kind of finish this off video off with is showing you, hey, what this looks like for the data guy. So here, if I go to my channel, my YouTube channel here, and go into my channel, the data guy, you will see that it will generate me a report for all of my different videos. So let's use my own data, authorize, the data guy, add it here, and add it to report. And here you can see all the different data around my own channel. So you're a fellow YouTube creator, you want to see, hey, I want to look at a quick reporting dashboard of all of my YouTube data. You can automatically see it right here. You can see how many comments, likes, dislikes, subscriptions I've gotten, and just, yeah, really useful tool for visualizing anything, any Google products. Obviously, if you have any existing data points as well, just Google, because in my opinion, has really easy ways to connect to different external tools, I think is a great way to just have kind of a lightweight analytics engine on top of your existing data, while still preserving the amount of customizability that you might need to generate those more intense reports, more executive friendly reports. So I hope you found this video helpful. And if you didn't, if you think I should be doing something else in these analytics videos, please let me know. This is my first one, so I don't really know what people want to see. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it and have a good one. Data Guy out.